Welcome back, guys. Happy New Year. Oh my gosh, 2026. How is your 2026 going so far, guys? Oh, let me tell you, I made it. I made it. 2025 was such a shit show. I was like, I just want to make it to 2026 with some semblance of my sanity, like just a shred that I can hold on to and weave back together in 2026. Like, I am okay with a shred. I'm not asking for much. How are you guys doing? Oh, what a year, 2025. I am so happy to see you guys. The familiar faces, the new faces. Welcome. Hi, Leo. Thank you so much. Hello, Lara. It's so nice to see you. Oh, thank you. I missed you guys a lot. I needed it. I just needed it. Like I said, 2025, by the time we got to like November, I was like, I just need to make it to 2026 with some kind of semblance of sanity. So anyway, guys, I am so excited to be here with you today. We're back, baby. It's so nice to see you guys. I thought we would do like kind of a laid back fun stream where we're looking at some of the trending headlines. I mean, it's New Year's after all. We have a snowstorm. We're under like 3 feet of snow again. It's so much snow at the farm. And hopefully near the end, if you guys don't know, we adopted a parrot named Helios. I've been sharing him over on my Instagram stories. He's been horrible today. Both of them have been horrible. So they're in their cages. Hopefully they can behave for the next hour, but we'll see about taking him out so he can say hi to everyone before I let you guys go. Let me know how your New Year's was. What I did was I watched Stranger Things. I couldn't even get wine. Guys, that is how like critical the situation is with the storm in Ontario, Canada. I couldn't even get wine. I sat there without even snackies watching Stranger Things on New Year's Eve. What did you guys do? Let me know what you did in the chat. And then let's start with, we will look at, oh my gosh, there's so much I want to talk about today. Let's start with Meghan Markle. We haven't talked about her a lot. You know, I woke up today, new year, new me. I'm going to cause chaos on the stream by choosing controversial things. We're going to talk about Meghan Markle. We're going to talk about Candace Owens and what's been going on X. I mean, I'm starting to think we are in some kind of alternate dimension wormhole. I don't know what's going on. We're going to talk about, what else do I have up? Oh, Tyler Robinson's lawyers in newly released court docs. They talk about all like the conspiracy theories and the emails they're getting, like the threats they're getting. It's wild. And if we have time, we'll get into the Reiner case just a little bit, because I don't know if you guys know, but I worked as a mental health counselor. I actually also worked in group homes. So I worked with a lot of youth, some children, but youth and adults outside the group home, youth within the group home. And so I have a lot to say on all of this, on the mental health aspect of it. So if we have time, we'll get there too. But I do have a hard stop today. So let's start with Meghan. Do I even remember how to share my screen? Probably not. Probably not. All right, we're just going to wing it today. Like, I don't know. Let's see if Ashley even remembers to do her job. Do I even remember? Probably not. Okay. You guys, I've got to be honest. I want to like Meghan. I want to like her. I don't know why, because I have, like there's many ways where you see these stories that have shifted and changed, and calling the royal family racist, and then no, we didn't call the royal family racist. Like there's just so much there, but I want to see her succeed. I want to see her succeed. She comes across in many ways like so many clients I work with that just don't know who they are. I mean, she's done a lot of horrible things too, but don't know who they are, so they don't know the brand to build. And so it just comes off so muddy. And there's a difference between trial and error. We all go through trial and error. If you're building a brand, if you're building a YouTube channel, if you're building a podcast, you are human. You're going to go through trial and error. You're going to test out different voices. You're going to test out different approaches, all of it. That's normal. But there's a difference between that and fundamentally not knowing who you are and causing chaos in your brand. And Meghan has just consistently done that. She wants to be seen as the Duchess, but she also wants to be seen as like the cool girl next door that's making these platters that anyone can make, but like in a, villa. like this fancy ass house and with kind of like a prima donna vibe about it. And it's like, well, what are you? Just own if you are the Duchess and a kind of princess. And I know some people get upset that she's not actually a princess, but you get what I mean. You get my intention. Or are you the girl next door? Either is a valid path, but just pick one. Now, what's starting to come out is all these staffers that have left. But more importantly than that, I don't know if you guys heard about this. And do I even have the article up? I'll see if I can find the article again. I had it up the other day. They are now getting staff that are taking off, like PR professionals. This is something I worked in. They are now taking these individuals that have not worked with them or worked with them previously and aren't working with them anymore, are taking their employment with Meghan and Harry off their resume. And, you know, one of the things I was thinking of is, well, is there a fear that if the new employer calls them for a reference, it looks bad, right? If your new employer calls a reference and they're like, I'm not giving one, or they give one that's bad just because I don't know, I'm not saying Meghan and Harry would do that, but just because they're kind of assholes. I had an employer like that ages ago where they wouldn't say a nice thing about anyone anyway. But they're taking them off their resume. PR professionals that now have a gap in their resume because they refuse to say they worked with them. Like, that's horrible. That's horrible. Let me see if I can find that article itself. I think it was, is this it? Yeah, I can't believe I had it up the other day and not today. But anyway, this, in many ways, this is a PR crisis for them. So for those that don't know, I have a 15 years of experience in branding, marketing, and PR. It is a PR crisis because they are trying to build the brands of we are relatable, we are likable, we're people next door. And now you have all of these staffers that have quit. Now, I'm not huge within the royal family, so don't burn me on the cross for this one. But I also seem to believe and remember that there was a lot of talk of Meghan being a bully and staff quitting when she worked with the royals, when she was like in the inner circle, in the inner fold with the royals. Well, now what you're starting to see, if this is all true, is congruence between the stories that came out when she was with the royal family and the stories that are coming out now. Because one of the things you can do with PR is like plausible deniability, right? Like, who are you going to believe? The royals? Do we even like them? Right? That kind of PR approach that her team could essentially take is like, do we even like them? Do we even trust them? Maybe they're smearing her. But now that you're starting to see these stories come out of like, they literally cannot keep staff. Their PR people piece out as fast as they can. They lost the head of Archewell Charity. Now, from what I'm understanding, this is also the guy that went with them during their big exodus and supported them. He's been around with Prince Harry for a long time. So now you start to have this congruence in the media between who the stories that were coming out when she was a royal and the stories that are coming out now. And the biggest problem with that in terms of PR for Meghan is her story starts to fall apart, that it was just the big bad royals saying big bad mean things about her. So it says here, as Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's longest serving staffer prepares to leave, their entire brand is under threat. Multiple sources tell page 6. Yep. 100% under threat. I saw the article as a PR person. Wow, huge turnover rate. Yes. After it said how many they have been through, like how bad are they? Exactly. Yeah. Meghan and Harry, not the PR people. Exactly. And the fact that now these PR people aren't even putting it on their resume, that they're scrubbing any connection to them is just wild. Which also, actually, now I'm thinking about it, yes, it could come from a perspective of, sorry, guys, ADHD is going to be on fire today. I didn't really sleep well last night and first stream in like 2.5 weeks. So just bear with me. We'll get in a flow again. So what's kind of coming up for me right now is, well, yes, they might be afraid of like bosses from hell kind of thing and giving them a bad reference. But also if they're like, I don't want to be associated with this. Like, I don't want my name associated with the PR that's coming out for these people. That might be another reason why they're scrubbing any mention of it. So it says here, they've essentially shuttered Archewell. A source tells us, as news broke Monday that James Holt is stepping down as chief of their charity Archewell. After 5 incredible years in Los Angeles, it's time for my family to return to London, the businessman told People in a statement. When I pass the baton to the team leading Archwell Philanthropies in the coming months, I'll do so with immense pride and optimism for what lies ahead. So from what I've seen, this person's been with them for a really long time, pre-Meghan, from what kind of like the royal accounts I follow are saying. And so a lot of people are saying this is kind of says more about Meghan than it says about necessarily Harry, but I don't really agree with that because I mean, like, man, put your foot down. Like, you don't have to be steamrolled. PR quotes. Let's see. So Daily Mail's running 2 days ago. Why did all of Prince Harry, Meghan Markle's publicists quit? All the reasons PR gurus gave for leaving Team Sussex. Only the likes of perennial manager sackers can match what Turner's staff, also 12 during the same period. What? So basically everyone's left. All their PR people have been leaving. Mr. Holt's exit comes days after Meredith Maines announced she was leaving Team Sussex. Her tenure as Harry and Meghan's PR guru is by no means the shortest, despite her lasting in her role as chief communication officer for less than a year, guys. Let me tell you, if your PR people are lasting less than a year with you, you are the problem. Now, we know I don't agree with everything Taylor Swift does with PR, but look at how long she's been with Tree Payne. You look at these celebrities and you pick a PR person that is your person, that gets you, that gets your brand, you work well together, you're best to stick with them. Look at Justin Baldoni and Jen Abel. He trusted her. He wanted to stick with her when she left Crazy Pants, Stephanie Jones. See, like, I'm so off my game, I can't remember anyone's names anymore. Blocked them from my memory. When Jen wanted to leave Stephanie, that's the loyalty that happens with PR professionals. As someone that has and does work in this field, I can tell you I have fired people, and I like fire as in like it looks like I'm quitting, right? But I fired them because they don't listen. No matter what I say, no matter what I recommend, they go rogue, and your name's also attached to that. So the reality of like reality itself is going to smack Meghan and Harry in the face of maybe you're the problem. Now, I feel like it's unlikely either of them are going to admit that or see that. But when you have all of when it's not even the shortest employment for your chief communications officer and it's less than a year, what it tells me is they're difficult clients to have and to work with. And people don't want to be associated with it. Either because they don't want their name associated with the shitstorm of PR that's happening, or they just don't want to deal with it. There's so many clients where I've joked to myself, of course, where I think there is not a number you could pay me. Like, you could give me, I'll never forget. Impossible. Yes, impossible people. I'll never forget. I said to my team, and it's a big name. It's a celebrity. And they said, well, like, what's your number? And I can't remember what we ended up saying back, but I remember saying to my team, like, there is no number. Like, don't get me wrong. I could use like $10 million. I could use $1 million. I'd put it towards building another farm animal sanctuary, but I could sure as shit use $1 million. But I'm sitting there, I'm going, there is no number. And there was another quite big name that reached out and was trying to like bargain with me with the prices. And I'm just thinking in my head, like, it's going to be like hurting squirrels. Like, even my base price isn't worth my mental health and my sanity because it's going to be hurting squirrels. And you know, even in just like the process of working out the details of the contract, I would open up my messenger with this person and be like, and no, Blake and Ryan, I'm not talking about Justin Baldoni, chill. But there'd be like 75 missed messages. And I'd get like heart palpitations. I'd open up my messenger, my signal, I'm getting like heart palpitations, and they haven't paid me yet. And I'm going, if they haven't even paid me yet, what is going to happen once they do? Like, they're going to think they own me. So anyway, just to give my little bit of experience of some people, no matter what the price, no matter what the perceived visibility is, or how you think it might benefit your resume, it's some people may say it's worth it. I genuinely, my peace comes first. If it disturbs my peace, I let it go. So anyway, whenever I hear these stories about them, I think of them being those clients where behind the scenes, I'm like, You could come back and email me and say $10 million and I'd still be like, girl, thanks for the opportunity. But what I'm going to do is say no. There's just no price. I feel like they're those people. So James Holt again, 2019 to December 2025. Meredith Maines, Chief Communications Officer, March 2025 to January 2026. Oh, she's pretty. I like her smile. Emily Robinson, that's a horrible picture. Director of Communications, June 2025 to October 2025, and not Emily's fault. It's just blurry. Ashley Hansen, Global Press Secretary, May 2022 to October 2024. Well-respected PR strategist, worked for the Sussexes between May 2022 and October 2024 as their Global Press Secretary. That she had left to launch her own firm. But we know, right? I feel like that's such an excuse. Like, look, Harry, Meghan, girl, I gotta go because I've got to start my own firm. Like, I wish I could stay. I wish I could stay with you. But, I don't make the rules and I'm starting my own firm. But you see someone like Tree Payne who literally left her job to work strictly for Taylor. Or you see Jen Abel who leaves Stephanie Jones and takes her beloved clients with her who are also very obviously begging to go with her because they trust her. Like, that's a smile, girl. That's a smile of like, I know what I did. I got out. I got the hell out. Kyle Boulia, Press Secretary, Director of Communications, April 2024 to June 2025. Like, it just keeps going. Look at all of these people. Oh, she's really pretty. I don't know. At what point, July 2021 to May 2022, at what point do you look at this list and go, hey, hi, I'm the problem, it's me? And for someone that's like British royalty, the line from Taylor Swift of at tea time might actually fit really well, But this is a PR crisis for them, more so because more than anything, in my professional opinion, like the stream, thank you, Leo, more zeros, girl. Look, if we're getting up to 8 figures, sure, I'll do that. So when we're looking, in my professional opinion, is the biggest problem from PR perspective with this is it just confirms the issues that the rumors were from the royal family. Because one thing their press did was blame the royal, like what their Meghan and Harry's PR did was say, well, no, the royal family was feeding and seeding those stories, but they weren't true. So I don't know, girl, that doesn't look so good. Okay, where are we going to go next? Oh my God, let's go to Andrew Colvett. We're going to just skip, hop, and jump over to what in God's green earth is going on with TPUSA and Candace Owens. Like, did we enter a wormhole? Is this all a big distraction? I'm sorry to wonder. Is this all a big distraction? So Andrew Colvett, on December 29th, who is the PR strategist. So we did videos about him back when this all went down, when everything with Charlie went down. I did videos about how Andrew Colvett had rebranded himself from the PR strategist, because that's what he is. That's what his specialty is, to the best friend forever of Charlie Kirk. Because from a PR perspective and a perspective of getting people to trust the leadership that's taking over for TPUSA, let me know in the chat what feels better. If you're seeing a news story come out, what feels better where you're going to trust the news story? PR crisis communication strategist for TPUSA says Charlie believed and wanted this. Are you going to believe that? Or best friend and close confidant of Charlie Kirk explains his last days and his thoughts on X, Y, and Z? You're likely going to believe the best, just from a subconscious level, right? That's the whole spin that happens with PR. It's the whole spin. On a subconscious level, you're going to be more susceptible to believing what the best friend, although I can't find anything that ever said Charlie said that, the best friend of Charlie says were his beliefs and his wants, etc., than the TPUSA PR crisis, right? Yeah, exactly. I'm so glad you guys are seeing it. You guys are hilarious. I want out of this wormhole. For real. Like after 2019, I don't know whose manifesting powers were like collapsing timelines we shouldn't be in, or, we're just a bunch of marbles in someone's game and we got kicked off into the wrong area of the board game. I don't know, but we need a better timeline. Hopefully 2026 brings it. But it was shady PR because you couldn't find anything. And it's these little things, especially when you have the eyes of the world watching, it's these little things that people then go, if you're lying about this, if you're lying about being the best friend, if you're lying about all these things, the magic bullet, etc., what else are you lying about? And I've said this just before I took time off at the end of the year. I said, TPUSA is going to tank TPUSA. It's not going to be Candace, although we're going to get to her, and I don't really agree with some stuff she's doing. But it's not going to be her. TPUSA is what is drowning their business right now, because it's these little lies that inherently aren't massive or really a big deal. But it's like, why'd you have to lie about that? And even little things, I'm not a huge fan of how they took over Charlie's YouTube and podcast rather than creating their own. That just doesn't sit right with me. Sorry, losing my voice. It seems to be very exploitive of Charlie's brand, instead of taking the time required to build up the brand from new leadership. It just feels, let me know what you guys think. It just kind of feels like exploiting Charlie and his platforms for money, honestly. But this is what Andrew Colvett said on December 29th. Imagine being so tone deaf. This is what you put on the internet. Murders are down 20% this year, a historic record decrease. It's wild. More people aren't talking about this. Andrew, are you okay? Are you okay, Andrew? Who posts that shit? Like, come on. You're bragging about murders being down when you were being promoted as the BFF, which we know is bullshit, but the BFF of Charlie Kirk. Well, we also have Erica, who's bedazzled up like Taylor Swift in the glittery outfits with fucking firecrackers behind her. And y'all wonder why people are looking at you sideways going, something doesn't feel right. Huh? Even if we look at this from the perspective of, okay, they weren't actually friends. We all know it's like a PR bullshit lie that they told, which I can get behind that 100%. Still your boss, someone you worked with. And you're bragging about murder being down? Like, I don't know. Maybe more people aren't talking about this because there's a lot of shit going on in the world, Andrew. And maybe people aren't talking about murders being down because a lot of people are focused on WTF happened with Charlie Kirk. He was assassinated in front of our eyeballs on TV. Like, that actually causes trauma. That's something people can't unsee. People saw a man who a lot of people really looked up to and admired and have followed for a long time get assassinated on TV, and you're out here on, someone's got to take your X password away, man. You're on here on X talking about murders being down. I don't think Andrew's very bright. He's constantly stepping at it. For real. How is this his job? Andrew, how is this your job? You work at PR and you're doing stuff like this. I hope everyone left Nicki Minaj back in 2026 because I know I did. 2025. No, are we in 2027 now? Oh God, now I'm gonna be so confused. Now I'm gonna be so confused. Leo's like, we're just skipping 2026, guys. I'm kind of here for it. And Andrew is the PR guy. Yeah, Andrew, and he's like a very prominent, like he's had very prominent roles, but sometimes I'm telling you guys, I see some of the shit these PR people do, especially since following the Justin Baldoni case, because I've always just kind of stayed in my lane and done my own thing. since the Justin Baldoni case where I'm like, how did you guys make it to the level you're at? Like, how did you ever? I've had quite literally Hollywood level PR people reach out to me since my channel started and be like, I've never heard of SEO. What is this? Now, I believe in there being specialties and people specializing. And how have you never heard of it? So we get that from Andrew. And then, oh, guys, okay. I don't know if I've entered into some weird timeline on, I don't know if okay, I just have to share. This is bad. It's not really bad. Look, they've also, in terms of a PR strategy, they've leveraged the grieving widow in many ways. Because what that does is it puts like a halo effect, right? And I think we've talked about this on previous lives as well. When you see a company like TPUSA put the grieving widow to the front and have her on all these interviews and then the best friend, it puts a halo effect over everything because you're going, okay, well, who am I to question the best friend? Who am I to question the grieving widow? And it insulates the company from a lot of criticism as well, because then what happens is people go, well, everyone grieves differently. And who are you to judge Erica? And you shouldn't judge Erica. She's grieving differently. And so it insulates the company in many ways by pushing her to the forefront with the grieving widow narrative. But this is just like, I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened to my ex. All I ask is that 2025, please, I pray, guides, universe, whatever. All I ask is 2025 has less heartbreak and loss, because whatever this timeline is wild. But Erica Kirk stages a grief, stage 6 merch. She's literally throwing merch. This is just wild. The Erica Kirk World Grief Tour gets underway in Australia, and it's the fireworks. New Year's fireworks. Everyone grieves differently. Erica Kirk. There's all these AI videos coming out. I don't know. Stage 6 merch. It killed me. I couldn't stop laughing. Stage 6 merch. Part of me wonders if there's some kind of I mean, girl, you stepped in it. You stepped in it. Like, okay, Erica Kirk is doing too much now. Happy New Year's, everyone. It's just normal widows. I miss my husband, Erica Kirk. I mean, it's I didn't know there was music. Okay, I don't even scare the shit out of me. Oh. We don't need music. Now my video is going to get taken down. I don't even know how to do my job anymore, guys. I know. It's okay. I took care of the music. It's under control. I don't know how to work technology anymore. Show me grace. But anyway, it is just wild. But I also wanted to show this. So Erica Kirk is just under fire. I do wonder if there's a level of like bot farm connection to it. Because I mean, I'm getting hundreds of those a day. And I'm not going to lie. They make me laugh. She also stepped in it by, setting up the tent, the merch tent or whatever that Charlie got killed under for selfies and merch. She kind of stepped in it. Yeah, Annie, the soothing parrot doesn't like Erica either. No, she does not like Erica at all. Hello, Bruce the Moose. If I die, you and Lauren are in charge of playing industrial metal and shooting a t-shirt gun. Oh my God. Why can I see Lauren and I do that? Why can I actually see that happening, though? I could see it happening. Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. I was just telling my brother the other day, I'm like, if I die, no like creepy funeral or shit, like burn me and throw me to the wind or something. But I don't know. a t-shirt gun. I might have to revisit this with my brother. It'd be like, look, we need a t-shirt gun and merch. We'll see. All right. So this is what else is coming out of this. It is just, and of course with the algorithm, the more you click on things, the more you get of things, right? So there's this fight going down with Candace and Evan. Look, I have traditionally been very positive about Candace. I watch her channel for some things. I haven't watched her in a while, but I followed her on and off over the years. I'm not like anti-Candace. I am neutral on things. And somewhere the wheels came off. In my opinion, that Mitch guy she had on, now she's backtracking in regards to him. Now that some sketchy stuff is coming out, she's asking people for, or not asking, she's demanding their pictures, like metadata proof that they weren't at this meeting on a fort, like the was fort something. I can't think of it off the top of my head. I'm Canadian. Give me some grace. But is it Huachuca, I think? So trying to prove that people weren't there. So she's like, I need your metadata. So people are sending her their metadata. And then it's shifting to, well, I can't trust that the metadata is true because you can alter metadata. And so no matter what some of these people do, they can't, buffet cannon. Like a buffet at mine. We can combine it. Buffet cannon, shooting like shrimp out, shooting cheesecake out. Oh God, guys, maybe we found a new business model. We can all like start a new business here. So, you know, the thing that doesn't sit right with me with Candace in this situation here is you can't say, show me your metadata so I know that you're not lying. And then someone shows the metadata and being like, that's not enough. It's very similar to what she said previously in regards to Erica, when Erica said like, or Candace said, Erica is the only one that can get me to stop. Erica says, stop. And Candace is like, she said, stop lying, but you have to tell me what I'm lying about, which is not really true. She just said, stop. So anyway, now Candace and Evan, like, even if you're not a Candace fan or you hate her, I don't know, this is wild to follow, like better than the Stranger Things finale. I am finding more entertainment in following Evan and Candace trying to take each other out on X than the entertainment the Stranger Things finale gave me, which was such a letdown. So I don't know what sparked this, but Evan used to follow and be supportive of Candace and then started to question things. Her community turned on him. She turned on him. And now we come up to this. So he says a house of cards is falling. There's only so much backpedaling and gaslighting Candace can do as her and her followers jump through the semantics hoops and pretend they never fully trusted Mitch. So this Mitch guy she had on, apparently his own son doesn't trust him, doesn't like him. He was there at this fort, at this military base. He was there and there's proof he was there, but there's not proof anyone else was there. So we'll play a couple minutes of this. It's 5 minutes, 11 seconds. But this is, you know, this is something that's so important for me. Spoiler alert. Oh, for Stranger Things. Oh, no, I won't. Don't worry, guys. I will always say spoiler alert. I just didn't think it was good. Like, it was okay. It was all right. But it's like, not for me. But I won't spoil it. Don't worry. I'm probably going to rewatch it tonight because I was pouting about not having wine or snackies on New Year's Eve because of the snowstorm. But we'll watch a couple of minutes of this. It's really interesting. So she did this X, what do they call it? X space? I don't know. But this X group thing where she's talking to people, kind of like a town hall. And it is kind of contradictory. Not kind of, it really is. And I just think, like, at some point, just say, man, it, you know, shit. I made a mistake. And I think a lot of people have grace for that. But anyway, let's see.
And emails unanswered in that box. Okay. And I went to church and I prayed and I said, give me something. And
okay, sorry, the music kills me. I don't know if Evan added the music, but it kills me.
It was the first email, just like I said to you. I mean, what did I call 4 minutes after the email was sent? And it was actually me. I didn't send it to like my producer. I was just like, hey, maybe this is it. And I can't help but to see God in that.
I try to look at things from a biblical lens, and you have to judge people by their fruit. And if all your fruit is rotten, then I have trouble believing anything that you have to say.
This thing, does it mean anything? Does it not mean anything? How
Right.
can I verify it? And I'm at the mercy of Itch's recollection.
I am confused why it's been a week of talking about this meeting and I still am not.
You guys are the ones talking about
because
it.
it's been because it,
I think that this is God operating. I really do. I think, bless this man. He is being 100% honest, and you are free to look further into this. I am certain he is God.
So I will just say, from my own perspective, I would not feel comfortable vouching for someone saying they're 100% honest. And at the end of the day, she's also allowed to ask questions. I'm glad she's asking questions. I have lots of videos saying that she should be asking questions. I think where she kind of got herself stuck is saying he's 100% honest. And then he said, he's 95% sure Erica was there.
Going to probably be doing a lot of interviews in the near future.
I'm glad that you're a part of the conversation and you have every right not to believe Mitch. It wasn't like
I'm
crazy.
not married to this, Candace. I'm not married to this guy. I'm not married to this theory. Like, if it's nothing, then it's nothing, right?
Yeah.
And I'm going to need really big receipts to believe it.
so far you haven't connected it to the assassination in any way whatsoever.
Yeah, so they go back and forth a bit. That's the piece I want to show, though. It's the 100%. I trust him. He's being 100% honest, and then coming back and be like, I'm not saying that this actually happened. I'm not saying that he's being honest, essentially. I think people just want honesty, especially as we go into 2026. People, here's the thing, guys. People fuck up. Yeah, you know what? I platformed him. I believed him. And things seem to not be exactly what they appeared to be. We keep moving ahead, right? She said he was 100% honest that he was there. Well, yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. But what I'm saying is, when you platform someone, you use verbiage like that, it does set it up that you're vouching for them. That's the psychology of having someone on a platform. So when you're looking at any brand that is having someone on a platform, you automatically, by platforming them, increase their know, like, and trust factor on a subconscious level. So if someone, especially when we have really strong communities, people are naturally going to believe someone when they are platformed, because it speeds up that know, like, and trust factor. But I think she absolutely everyone has to ask questions. I have been very vocal that I don't trust TPUSA. I don't trust Erica Kirk. I think there's a lot of shady shit going on. I just the one thing with Candace is we need people asking questions. It just gives people ammunition, right? It gives people ammunition to be like, look, this was all a grift. This is all bullshit, et cetera, et cetera. It's
However,
give people
except that maybe this guy thinks that he saw people that are around Charlie Kirk. Clearly, the insinuation is that these people had something to do with the assassination, and you can make that claim or not, or pretend that you are, or pretend that you're not, but you obviously are. But that's all. I don't really care about any of that.
Thanks,
but you have to.
I know Harrison wants some very hard, wants us to make allegations, and
he wants us to make a mistake, more than anything else.
Well, I don't. Hold on. Why would I want you?
And I also give her a lot of credit doing that. So anyway, now there's this big fight going on between Evan and Candace online. And the music is just so good. The music is so good. Are people going to get tired of someone crying wolf? Well, yeah, that's true too. The one thing with Candace is that she investigates corruption, yet she's very supportive of the corrupt Vatican. Interesting. Yeah, I don't know much about the Vatican. And, yeah, everyone at the end of the day can do what they want with their platform. I think people just want, where I see, I work in the industries, where I see things moving is just humility, right? Fucked up. I think they raised something like $150,000 for him or something. And it's turning out that he's kind of not a necessarily good guy. Okay, I'm pulling up. I think the next logical step, let's look at this Tyler Robinson's case. So this is the guy that is, guys, I still don't believe that a 30-6 did what they said it did with a magic bullet. Like, I don't believe the official story at all. There's something that doesn't make sense for me. But we have here, so the transcripts came out. There was a closed door hearing, I guess, the other day. And the transcripts came out. And so what they're talking about is all these conspiracy theories online. So it says, actually, can I just, there we go. In the state's opposition to our motion, there's a lot of information. I'll try not to be sarcastic, but I do think it's kind of noise about the intense public interest in the case. There's a reference to, you know, unstable people coming to the courthouse, to conspiracy theorists saying things online. We're all aware of that. I mean, I don't know what the court has read. It's none of my business. I've received some wacky phone calls and emails, people telling me what they think happened here. It's noise. We're not litigating this case in the press. We're not talking to crazies. And that's all on the outside. Guys, we don't have to go real world. We don't have to email the courthouse, email lawyers involved. There's actually even, I can't remember someone that's connected to one of the lawyers on we call it the Crown. I don't know in the US exactly what they call it, but on the Crown side, that they're like trying to protect this person's identity because some of the emails are so bad that they're afraid that this individual is going to get caught in the crosshairs of what's going on online. Like, I'll never support this. I'll never support it. Ask questions, absolutely. But threatening people, there's threats going out in terms of the courthouse, some of these like wacky, as they call it, emails. It says, so we appreciate that the Sheriff's Department is concerned with the safety of the court, and all of the participants were here a few weeks ago, and it was clear that the Sheriff's Department took the first appearance of counsel very seriously, and we appreciate that. So we don't think that the intense public interest, which may be drawing in unstable fringe people from the left and the right and the center and other places, it is imputed to Mr. Robinson. The question is, can the court trust Mr. Robinson to sit there the way he has been doing for the last hour and respect the decorum and the dignity of the court, just like the court would expect him to? And we think that the answer is obviously yes. So they're arguing over like whether he can wear street clothes or not within it. So then I want to get to the slightly more open question, which is what would guide this court in determining whether that constitutional right should attach to all proceedings and not just before the jury? And there was a dispute in the pleadings that they're about what I would call the relevance. So anyway, they go on a little bit. They're going back and forth whether he should be able to wear plain clothes or not. I do believe he was approved to wear plain clothes. I don't know. My opinion is if you're being charged with a crime, wear your prison clothes. Like Brian Kohberger was another one that was always like done up in his tux and everything, or his suit or whatever. And it just looks like a normal guy sitting there at the defense table. And it just always bugged me, especially with his smug smile. Brian Kohberger is just another, I just can't handle Brian Kohberger for very many reasons. But anyway, they're addressing a lot of the conspiracy theories. It will be interesting to see how this plays out in regards to court access. They're now trying to say, the defense is saying that the judge should even restrict people talking about what Tyler Robinson is wearing. Like, it's so bizarre to me what they're going back and forth in regards to the no juice boxes for him. Going back and forth in regards to this. Like, look, you're being charged with murder. I still don't believe the official story. I still believe there's got to be a hell of a lot more to this. I fall somewhere in the, I'm not all the way over to everything that Candace has proposed. Definitely not all the way over there, but I like a lot of her theories. And I definitely think there's something, that's what I want to show you guys. Something shady as shit with Erica that just jogged my memory. NTP USA. That Tyler Robinson, though, guy. Did you guys see there's pictures of him? He's like grinning, like just like Brian Kohberger. You are on trial for murder. What are you grinning about? Get your shit together. But let's actually, I want to find that for you guys because it's really, really good. I had it saved. How do I find? Sorry, guys. I'm trying to remember how to use my freaking computer. Okay, that's what it is. Just talking about, like, I'm not saying Erica's innocent. I'm not saying Erica's not shady. In fact, what you're likely going to find here, which pisses a lot of people off, is, as Dave Neal says, calls balls and strikes. I'm not for anyone. I'm not on anyone's side. I'm just going to call out things that are shady on one side as I see them and things that are, I don't agree with on other sides. You grow faster just picking one side and doubling down, but I wouldn't be able to sleep at night doing that. So we have Tyler Robinson talking about all the crazies in court and all these conspiracy theories. And again, I think TPUSA brings it on themselves. This is such a good video. Let's watch it.
Before she knew Charlie, she actually won Trump's Miss Arizona pageant. Her parents are both from military intelligence family. Her dad did Raytheon arms deals with Israel, probably unrelated. And Erica Kirk was part of running an orphanage in Romania where children went missing. Enough children for Romania to permanently ban the orphanage and permanently ban Erica Kirk. Do you know how f***ed up you gotta be to get banned in Romania? Andrew Tate is the mayor there. You really gotta push some boundaries. Mind you, this is when Epstein was still active. So I'll let you connect the dots. By the way, I'm not suicidal. For the record, I am quite happy, okay? You heard it here. But the weirdest thing about Erica Kirk, she met Charlie Kirk, not on Christian Mingle. She went in to interview at his company, Turning Point USA. He said that he fell in love right away. Now, 4 years later, he's dead. And she has now inherited Turning Point USA. She's doing podcasts on it too. Like, I'm so excited. Like, to my future wife, please wait 2 months after I die before doing a podcast. 3 months if it's my own. Come on. When you look at how fast she moved on, and then you look at how it started and how it ended, how it started was not romance. How it started was her going in for a job, and how it ended was her getting a promotion. So I'm just saying. It was probably Tyler.
It was probably Tyler. That's the whole situation is so sus. Come on, Ashley, pick a side. I know you grow faster and, but I just couldn't sleep at night. I challenge everything. Yeah, Leo, Tyler Robinson looks like he's in a class and it's all part of his class group project. Exactly. It's reminds me so much of Brian Koberger. It's just eHarmony. Yeah, who do you have to be and what do you have to do in this world to get banned from Romania? That is wild. She has such a sketchy past in so many ways. So she has that charity that kids were going missing. It's like a children's charity. Kids were going missing and it got her banned from Romania. She's in a pageant with Trump, like Trump's organization. Now she's hugging Trump on stage. And this isn't not a political statement or whatever, or like anti-Trump thing. Let's not go crazy. She's hugging Trump on stage at the WWE event. Sorry, the memorial for Charlie Kirk. It's just weird. And then she met him during a job interview and he fell in love right away. There's old posts for Erica where she talks about like her favorite position is CEO. Well, girl, you got CEO. You're CEO now. But I thought you didn't want to work. I thought you were supposed to be home. It's just wild. So Romanian angels equals child transport to U.S. military guys in Romania. Jesus. Allegedly, what would I do without you, Leo? Allegedly, just my opinion for entertainment purposes only. Of course. That is all. Just for funsies. Just for funsies. All right. Let's do just a fun checkup on SEO for Blakey before I let you guys go. A lighter subject. Let's see what Blakey Poo's up to. Yeah, she's like, there's something sketch going on there. I would not be like, oh, shock, craziness if it came out that she was planted there to meet him and fall in love and et cetera, et cetera. I wouldn't be shocked. Like there would be no piece of me that'd be like, holy shit. I'd be like, yeah, that tracks. I don't know. And that's the hard thing that's like always in my mind. And as I walk through this and ask questions around it as well, like I said, I think we should all be asking questions. I never believe what official agencies like FBI, CIA, Canadian government, any of these bullshit agents, I'd never believe what they tell us. It's all bullshit. They've all got their own PR spin. They've got their own agenda. Political assassinations happen all the time. Hits get made all the time. Like this isn't outside the realm of possibility. I think it's more complicated than Tyler Robinson. Now, does that mean she's inherently involved? I don't know. But she sure and shit seems to be enjoying her new promotion as CEO, because she's always said her favorite position is CEO. She seems to be enjoying it, throwing t-shirts out of a cannon under the tent where he got shot. Like, it's just, I don't know, guys. Lighter until the unsealing. Oh yeah, when is that? When is that? When Blake's disgusting behavior is a mood booster, that's when you know you're in trouble. That's when you know we just went off the rails in pop culture and just the world in general. All right, oh, Blake, what are you up to these days? I'm sure some Christmas dish you made or something. Oh, well, there you go. Pretty close. Blake Lively shares a rare glimpse of her Christmas traditions with kids and Ryan Reynolds. Not really much going on with her. I'm shocked. That's it? Did no one want to pick it up? I feel like she dropped this article and she's like, people are going to eat this up. They're going to be so excited to hear. It's going to be great PR. And everyone's like, girl, no, we are just burned out from you. No, sorry. I just feel as though they CC'd all these organizations and InStyle and the one other picked it up. Blake Lively shares a rare glimpse of her Christmas traditions with kids and Ryan Reynolds. She enjoyed a layback night at home with her favorite holiday combination. Oh, there we go. Okay, I have to admit, her house is beautiful. I would die. Not the bathroom thing. The bathroom thing's weird. Have you guys seen the pictures of her bathroom where you can literally just see, like, you're peeing in front of your guests? It's just all out there. The setup of the bathroom's really weird. I don't know. Is this a whole thing where, like, it's to make the space look bigger? Are there any designers here? Is that why? It's bizarre. But other than that, if she just put a door on her bathroom, her house is like my dream. Look at this. It's beautiful. Anyway, I guess when you have Deadpool money. So it says here, nothing better. Family hot cookies, ice cold milk. Yes, with ice. If you know, you know. Is that a thing? Let me know in the chat. I didn't know. Is ice with ice cold milk a thing, or is Blake the only one that knows? Like, is this truly a if you know, you know? Or is this Blake is on her own and she's the only one that knows and she is desperately trying to be relatable and failing again? Not a thing. Okay, so they have the bathroom for a huge no, what kind of psycho waters down milk? This is her problem. She tries so hard to be relatable and she just epically fails all the time. I imagine in her head she's writing that. She's like, oh my gosh, everyone's going to get this. It's going to make me so relatable. A fire. What else? Britney Spears again. Inspired water bottle. Why is that a Britney Spears inspired water bottle? I need help with that one too. She's got some weird fixation with Britney Spears. Totally inappropriate, by the way, wearing Britney Spears' dress to the premiere and the tour of It Ends With Us, and then talking about Britney Spears to take attention away from a DV movie. That was another massive misstep. What part of her brain thought it was appropriate to use that moment to wear that dress at a DV movie? Snow outside and fixer upper. It's her heaven. Beautiful home, though. To illustrate her idea of heaven, Lively shared a photo of her home decorated for the holidays that I'm sure, like, I wish I could have someone. I'm imagining someone came in and did all that. Christmas decorations. Maybe not. Maybe she's handy around the house. Lively shared she's gonna have to be handy around the house because she's not gonna get work after all this. Girlfriend's going to be picking up interior design after all this. We're gonna see her with her own. Oh God, she's going to have the next With Love Blake, isn't she? Blake is going to have the next With Love Blake. Oh God, it's coming. It's coming. I can see it. Lit up with a Christmas tree in the background, rhinestone-encrusted cookie canister, glittering gold tree decoration, lush Christmas wreath. Like, this was her attempt at PR. I'm imagining, so she put that in her stories. Is she crashing out today? No. Nothing on her stories today. Nothing for New Year's. I just picture Blake being like, they're going to eat this up. And 2 people picked it up. People in InStyle. That's it. When the news is sick of you and so they don't pick you up, they don't pick up your fluff pieces, you know you're drowning. Blake is struggling. They don't even care to pick up her fluff pieces anymore. Blake and Meghan and Amber honestly need to team up. Oh my gosh, could you imagine? It's like a new house show. You can go and like make cookies and fruit platters with Blake, Meghan, and Amber. It's the first day of the year. I hope she paces herself. She's given us January 1st off. She's given us January 1st off. So anyway, that's all that's going on with Blake. I haven't even checked on these guys in ages. I literally just needed a break from this mess. Nothing for Justin at all. Taking a break. I hope him and his team are just like relaxing over the holidays, getting some R&R, eating some good food, for like putting this behind them even for just a few days. I just can't imagine the amount of stress that Justin's gone under. Like, he started all this with being in the hospital because of the stress of dealing with Blake, and it's still going on. I genuinely hope he's just with family, with friends, eating good food, surfing. Seems like he loves surfing, being with his kids, and living his best life. I'm really interested to see after all this if he decides to return to Hollywood or not. He might just be like, y'all are fucked. I'm not coming back, and avoid it. And the thing that pisses me off the most in this whole situation, just like you guys know because you've been around, is she accuses him of the very thing she's done. And the projection field is so strong. She just projects on him all of this crap. And it's all her own stories, her own wounds, her own interpretations, what she does for PR, all of that. And she twists it into something so nefarious and then just funnels it back to him like an evil black cloud Care Bear, and evil villain blasts him with her bullshit. And for me, also as an ADHDer, and Justin's ADHD, and I imagine Justin, like, integrity is a huge piece of his brand, a huge piece of who he is, a huge piece of who he is, because it is a piece of his brand and it is a pillar of his brand, is integrity and sharing his story. And I can't imagine how devastating it is to try, and it likely happened as well when they were like on the set, try and explain yourself, try and explain where you're coming from. And people intentionally, not unintentionally, intentionally misrepresent you to tear you down and leverage everything against you to ruin your life and take your movie away and everything you've worked for, just rip it away from you. The worst part for me would be like, I just need her to believe me. I need people to believe me. I need people to see that this wasn't how she's taking it. So I'm really glad, I have my issues with Melissa, Nathan in many ways, but I'm really glad that he's had a team that's willing to protect him through this and have his back through this, because I could just put myself in his shoes. And I think the piece that would eat me up the most is I just need her to believe me. I need people to believe me. So having a team that, and again, issues with Melissa and how she's talked about him in private texts, not a fan. But having a team that's helped him navigate this, I'm just glad he's had Care Bear from the upside down. Blake Lively was Care Bear staring him from the upside fucking down. Yeah, she literally was. I bet under like it all, she is like a demigorgon. Like she's definitely one. That is her true face. Like a demon. Oh God, now I'm going to get a lawsuit about that. Black Care Bear cloud. It's dangerous over there. We've got Bruce the Moose. We've got a Black Care Bear cloud over there with Blake. We've got the Cannon shooting out merch for Grief Stage 6 in the Erica Kirk side. We are in the upside down. I'm pretty convinced. Is there an 11 out here to fix this shit? Is there a real life 11 that can like undo this? Because what is happening? Merch tables, throwing merch in the tent your husband was assassinated in, and Blake and her bullshit. Wild times to be alive. I thought she was an energy vampire. I mean, could she be both? I think she could be both. Oh, my PJs, my Christmas PJs. I'm done up from here up. I had client calls today because, ADHD, and I don't think to book off New Year's Day. So I've had client calls all day today. It is an ADHD friendly space, 100% ADHD friendly. And I have very firm boundaries along that. Batshit crazy. Yes, 100% batshit crazy. All right, my friends, I promised that myself. Thank you. Christmas PJs too. Everyone's in their Christmas PJs. I love that. Yeah. I should have just worn my full ass PJs for my client calls today because my clients get me and they wouldn't have judged me. But I didn't. Ashley, you're my second most watched channel in 2025. Aw. That's amazing. I love you. It's so nice to see you guys again. Honestly, I missed hanging out with you guys so much. I just needed it. Like it, honestly, 2025 just felt like I would get my head above water a little bit, and then just like something was like just shoving my head back underwater. And then I get my head above water a little bit, and something was shoving my head back underwater. And I was like, I just need to get my bearings. I'm very good at pushing through. I am very good at just continuing to go. I am great at compartmentalizing. And then just doing the thing. But I was like, I just got to take some time. So I appreciate you guys. We're going to, it's going to take time for the algorithm to work back with us. I'm sure a lot of our friends and family members here didn't even get a notification, but that's okay. That's all right. Reindeer onesie. Oh my gosh. Onesies. I am obsessed with onesies. Now I'm wondering, oh my gosh, where's my chicken onesie? I haven't seen it. Oh, we understand it's been a lot. 2025 has been a tough year. It's been a tough year, but that's okay. One of the things I was talking about with one of my friends, because don't tell Blake. Oh yeah. Don't break up onesies with Blake. I mean, it's a trigger for her. One of the things I was talking to one of my friends, she invited me on her podcast. So I'm going to be doing a podcast with her. And I said, one of the things that always gets us through is community. It's easy to shut down. It's easy to just like cut people out, but community always gets us through. So when I was like, okay, I'm ready. The last couple of days I was trying to get automations done in the business. Anyway, long story. I couldn't get it to work. I wasted like 3 days. But I was like, I need the community. I need to hang out with you guys. I need to talk pop culture. I need to just get back into it because I missed you guys. I genuinely miss you guys so much. And I appreciate that you guys understand and understood. I think, it's a very clear progression where there was like the final cancellation attempt and like what happened a couple months, maybe a month and a half ago. And then just the struggling to get, if you guys have been along for the ride, like it's very obvious after that, there's a very clear struggle to get back in a flow. And so I'd be like here a couple of days, then gone, and then here, and then gone, and here and gone. It was just really difficult. So I was like, I just need time. 2025 is when they fuck around and found out. Yeah. 2025 is when they fucked around. Yes. And 2026 is when they find out. 2026 and year of the horse, right? Year of the fire horse. It's going to be a fiery 2025 or 2026. There's a lot going to happen. We genuinely missed you. Oh, I love you guys. All right, my friends. Is my friend? Oh no, my friend Kirsty. Is this Blake related? No. It's like business related. Good question though. But she is a friend of mine. And I love Kirsty. But this is business related and talking about like the mindset of an entrepreneur and the mindset of starting your own business, and how what we're talking about is like it always is harder than you expect it to be and takes more time than you expect it to. Every ADHD burnout cycle, active rest, and repeat. Yeah. Sounds about right. That is the ADHD burnout cycle. Nailed it. All right, my friends, I love you guys. Thank you for being here. I will see you tomorrow. Today was an odd time later in the day because I did have client calls all morning, but before I say anything, let me double check. Tomorrow I have the full moon workshop. Oh, you're right. I said I would introduce you. I will come get you. Hi, Jules. Oh, you heard me. Oh, you can't. No, my hair's not done. You can't steal the hat. You can't steal the hat. You can't steal the hat. Julia, no. Have Dad give you a hat. Julia, my hair is a mess. Oh my gosh. Okay, now everyone's screaming. Oh God, now everyone's freaking out. That's Julia. Do you want to say hi, Tundra? Come here. Oh, my husky. Do you guys remember, Tundra, when he was just a little guy? He was like this big when we adopted him. Okay, everyone chill. Do you want to come say hi, Helios? Enough. Everyone chill. Want to say hi? Well, you can't yell at me and then refuse to say hi. Come on, do you want to say hi to everyone? You can't yell and then refuse to come say hi. Step up. Come on, buddy. Step up. Come on, sweetheart. Stop yelling. No one needs that in their ears. Yeah, don't yell. Come here. All right, you're not going to come out. All right, guys, we will try. Or now you're coming out. I think it's just a little bit too much chaos with the dogs. And I apologize. It's like a blowhorn when he screams. Yes, Helios, the cute clinger. He's such a clinger. I think he's just a little overwhelmed because the dogs were in here. And so we adopted him from a local parrot rescue. And let me see. He won't come out, so I'll just pull up pictures quick. Yeah, you're being a turd. You're being a turd. To show you guys. Hopefully he'll come out tomorrow. He's adopted for being too loud. He was kicked out of his home for being too loud. They loved him very, very much, but their life changed. Let me see if I can find pictures of him. Their life changed and they had to downsize, and he's very loud. Like, you can hear him down the block. I think I have some pictures here. Are you going? No, you don't want to come out, eh? The dog scared you. I'll show you guys really quick before I let you go. Hopefully he comes out tomorrow, but Instagram stories is always a way also to see those behind the scenes. I think he gets a little bit worked up when the dogs come in. I don't think he's ever been around dogs, but this is Helios. So he is Annie. The other parrot we have is a green cheek conure, and he's a Gen Day. So he is very, very loud, on par in terms of volume with like cockatoos and macaws. So when he screams, like, I apologize, you guys are going to lose hearing on the streams coming up, because when he screams, it goes through you. If you weren't paying attention, maybe I'll train him to like squawk when I need you guys paying attention. So that's him. So he was rescued from a local rescue. There's always parrots. If you ever want one, just be careful. They're really loud. They're messy. They destroy things. But yeah, there's usually a lot of parrots and parrot rescues because they are difficult. Does he have his eye on Annie? Him and Annie are getting along pretty well, actually. Today's the first day where they sat next to each other and they kind of like groomed each other and gave each other itches. We're going really slow. They both have their own cages. But let me tell you, Annie sounds like a whisper compared to him. You can barely hear her when he gets going. But yeah, they get along really well. Yeah, he's pretty freaking cute. This is usually where he sits. I think today's just been a little bit too chaotic with the dogs, but this is where he sits when I work. Yeah, he wants to come out, but he's scared because the dogs were in here. He keeps looking over at me. Hopefully tomorrow, guys. Loud and messy, just like kids. Yeah, exactly. So anyway, guys, that's the new life update as we rescued a parrot. All right. I can't wait to see you guys again tomorrow. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. We'll get it back in the flow. I'll remember how to use technology. No, actually, that's a bold-faced lie. I'm always bad with technology. I can't keep that promise. But we will get into a flow again. But if you're new to the channel, branding, marketing, PR, and kind of a different perspective on the stories that you are watching, come hang out. The chat's amazing. Hang out in the chat. Best place of, like, honestly, I'll die in the hill of best community ever. Die on that hill. Maybe I'm not even just biased. It's because you guys quite literally are the best. So I will see you guys tomorrow. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Bye, guys. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Have a fantastic New Year. Stay safe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.